Most sellers burn through cash with Etsy ads, but what are successful sellers doing that you are not? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave. If you're new here, definitely hit subscribe. So what makes the difference between a successful Etsy ad campaign and your campaign that's burning through cash? You're maybe breaking even, but you've been told to turn them on. You've been told you need them to be successful on Etsy, and you are frankly at wit's end. Well, I'm here to help you because I'm going to share with you 3 powerful things that help your Etsy ads. Why? Because Etsy ads is a powerful platform. However, there is such little control. Now, I'm not going to reminisce too much, but years ago, it was called promoted listings. We had control over our cost per click. We could either set it at manual or have a max cost per click. That is gone. Now it is only set and forget what your daily budget is going to be, what listings you're advertising. The rest is in the hands of the seller, but those aspects are kind of, hidden. Nobody really knows unless you actually go out and test those things or talk to sellers or coaches like myself. Before we get started, if you want hands-on help in your store to grow it quickly and skip a learning curve, book a free 10-minute call with me. I'll tell you about how I can help your store. I can tell you if I can help your store. And most importantly, I'll tell you about my mentorship program in which hundreds of students have grown their stores immensely. The link is in the description. It's absolutely free. It's only 10 minutes. I don't bite. And you can definitely have a free conversation with me at a very minimum. So the first thing I want to talk about with Etsy ads is high click-through rate images. That is the first touch point of human interaction, the measurement of human interaction when it comes to the algorithm. Aside from your product showing up, being qualified to show up by the SEO, and then actually showing up, what's the next step? It's the image itself. So today, I want you to ask yourself, look at your images. Do your images invoke any sense of curiosity, but at the same time, do they show the product as best as possible? You want to make sure the product is very clear, no lighting issues, no parts of the product missing, and you want to make sure that it looks good. You don't want to just plop your product on a table and call it good and hope that it's good. Do you need to improve your photos? Maybe you need to get an actual camera versus a cell phone. Now, arguably, cell phone cameras are really good, and if you can pull it off, more power to you. But if you want to step it up, by all means, get a nice camera and a nice lens. That's how I initially had the best photos I could with my first store. I had a Canon T7 in 2017, and I had a 50 millimeter lens that is built for very nice either portrait shots or product photography. And I mastered product photography with that. You have to make sure the scene is nice. It's not just about the product, it's also about the scene. So in order to improve your Etsy ads, the first thing that the algorithm can judge and see and feel human interaction is through the image. So your image has to be really good. Make sure you look at your images today and ask yourself, make a checklist. How could I improve this? Go test it out. Don't get stuck in the grind of Etsy strategy and not try to improve your other aspects like images. So high click-through rate will absolutely, at the very minimum, get the ads algorithm to show your product. That it's the worst when you can't get any ad spend. Yes, it is bad when you're spending too much on an ad, but it's even more frustrating if you can't get any clicks on it and it's not spending whatsoever. So in order to get it to spend in the first place, so you can determine whether or not you want to keep it going and if it's profitable or turn it off, is you have to get actual clicks on it first. And that is through a high click-through rate image. So you could even put your image into ChatGPT and ask it, hey, what could I do to improve the click-through rate of this image on Etsy? Ask it. You'd be surprised what it would tell you. If you don't like the answer, tell it to be smarter. Sometimes you have to tell it, hey, be smarter. Just that line alone has worked magic, for me at least. The number 2 is your titles and tags. This piece of advice is actually in the handbook, that it needs to be it needs to be good titles and tags in order to show up. So understand that your titles and tags show the algorithm where to show up. It shows the algorithm who it needs to be put in front of. You're never going to be qualified to show up in front of the right people if your titles and tags are bad. If you put your product in front of the wrong people with bad titles and tags, then your ad spend is going to spend too much. So that can happen where your image is really good and maybe you get too many window shoppers from having SEO that is too broad or just doesn't match or whatever it may be. That can happen. You can have drains on a listing because it's getting clicks from a certain demographic, but that certain demographic doesn't have a high enough conversion rate for you to profit with an Etsy ad. So understand that. Etsy's own handbook says Etsy ads favors listings that already perform well organically and have keyword alignment. Okay, so they say it themselves that if it's going to do good organically, it's going to do good on ads. So you really have to understand and lock in on that side of things and understand that your image, your SEO, and everything, that's really the only control we have nowadays in Etsy ads compared to days of old with promoted listings. It's your titles and tags. It's the quality of the listing itself. So that's number 2. And by the way, if you would like a free ebook on Etsy ads, the link is in the description for that as well. If you would like to download that, plenty of people have done awesome with my free ebook on Etsy ads. It's in the description. Definitely grab it. Number 3 is setting your Etsy ad budget, forgetting it, and not checking it intently. I cannot tell you how many times and students I've worked with that have set a high budget, have gotten a lot of spend, yes, but have not managed the ads properly. There's been many times where I've seen multiple listings, $100, $200, even $300 with 0 sales in students' stores. You have to turn off ads that are not profitable. The thing that I want you to know today is that Etsy ads do not come back from the dead. Okay. If you want to let your ads spend to get a few sales, even if it is unprofitable, that's okay. That is a strategy too. Some people want to do that. If you want to let that happen, inevitably speaking, there will be ads that you have to turn off even after letting that process run. And at the end of the day, or when it's all said and done, you will have lost a lot of money by letting those tests run. So my hard and fast rule is the following: turn it off after it has gone over your comfortable cost per conversion. All right, I talk about that in depth in my ads course. If it goes over your comfortable cost per conversion, aka how much money you're willing to spend to get one sale and profit after you calculate everything. If it has gone over that amount and you've not made a sale, turn it off, period. It's not going to make a sale with another $5 ad spend. It's not going to make a sale with another $10 ad spend. And if it does, you're in the hole still. So let that ad run its course organically. But the biggest takeaway here, no matter how you want to spin it, is turn off ads that are not profitable. Do not set it and forget it. Etsy ads is not a set and forget platform, regardless of it being pretty, lacking in control. All we have control, like I mentioned, is the amount of listings advertised and your daily budget. That's all we have to control. Everything else is heavily reliant on your titles and tags and your images, like I've talked about in this video. So please just don't set it and forget it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like help with your Etsy ads or with anything in your store and you want to grow it to a life-changing income, definitely book a free call with me in the description below. We'll talk for 10 minutes. I'll tell you how I can grow your store with you. You'll learn a lot, and I hope you have a beautiful day. God bless.